What's going on there, fellow YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to another episode of P&Q, the question and answer series where you get to ask me questions or put comments to me and I respond the following week. Now you can do this one of three ways. You can either pop your comment or question down below in the comments section down there, or you can email me directly at miniwarzone@gmail.com and I'll give you an anonymous response, i.e. I won't reveal your username or who you are for whatever reason. Or you can make a video and ask a question in your video. That's the three ways. Sorry I'm back at the house again this time again. I've got to go out today because I'm going to see my friend Ralph, and we're going to catch up and I'll do something. But the postman hasn't been yet, so I may have to stop the video during the course of the P&Q and come back, so there may be an edit in there somewhere for that. And I didn't want to do it out in the studio because sometimes it takes me too long to get back, and you know, they've gone by then. So yeah. First of all, yesterday in my studio was the first time I had to put the heating on for a little while. The heating. It's got to that time of year. Anyway, looking at my emails, I've got one email, one question from a video, and a few comments from the video itself last week. And we're on episode, and I'm reading them from YouTube itself because I just haven't had time to print anything off. So this is episode 112, and I'm going to start with the comments from last week, starting with Super Wargamer. So he says, "Is that a toner mic for $10? If so, that's my mic. LMAO. You mean the one that's, yeah, I know the one you mean. No, and I've got the packaging here as it happens because this is the packaging it came in. It's just a multimedia microphone, basically. SF950B or something. Yeah, it was about no, SF920B. That's the one. SF920B. It was about, how much was it now? It's about £15, I believe. So that makes it, what, roughly $18 to $20, I suppose. But it's a really good microphone, and I'm really impressed with it because I had a much more expensive one, about 6 months ago I bought, and I had to send it back because it was pants compared to the cheaper ones I use. It was utter pants. But this one, it's really good. I'm really impressed with it. So yeah. So that's what it is anyway. And what did I say? It's a noise reduction as well, which is great for recording vocals and acoustic instruments. Yes, a SF920B. Jamjar34, how's it going, Jamjar? And it says, great Q&A. Missed out on the question last time as I watched the video and then thought I'll come back to write one. Oh, so you're getting two this time. That's fine with me. More the merrier. It says, 1. In October you're doing the bomber. Are you planning for more orkiness if you finish before? Well, I'm guessing, just the camera there slightly, I'm guessing I'm not going to finish in October, and my plans are, if I don't, I'm just going to continue going on with it until it's finished. You know, even if it took me through till next year, I'm still carrying on with it until it's finished. But if I were to finish it this month, yes, I would plan more orkiness, probably in the form of just getting more orc models together, I guess. Building a decent orc army. Number 2. What advice would you give someone that has stepped away from the hobby for a while and is finding it difficult, I'll move this over here, to do videos and jump aboard the hobby train again? What advice would I give? Well, if ever you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. If there's other stuff you'd rather do, or just don't want to do anything, do that. If you'd rather read a book, read a book. If you'd rather just sit and watch TV, then that's fine. But as far as getting back to it, I find sometimes I just sit at my desk, pop my camera on, so that I'm on the screen, as it were. I'm not recording, but I don't record. And it just makes me feel like I'm not alone in the room. So it feels like I'm doing a hangout almost with myself, as strange as that sounds. I know this sounds totally crazy, but it's kind of like there's someone else there in the room with me, because sometimes it's like, we're all talking to ourselves here in front of a camera, so although I'm talking to you guys, at the moment I am literally just talking to myself, but so that's how I do it. I use that to help, and then when you feel like you want to record the video, just record a video, or just record a video, and if you don't like it, don't use it. That's the best advice I can give, really. Don't force yourself to do the hobby. It should be fun. And if you're not having fun, it becomes a chore. If it's a chore, you soon lose interest. So, like when I've got loads of miniatures to paint, and I'm getting fed up with painting, say, Space Marines, I think, I want to paint orcs. I'll just pack them away. So I've got these, those rainbow drawers now, I pack them away. So each army's packed away. Right, now I'll dig out the orcs. I've got some orcs, I'll paint them. And that's how I'll do it. Just have one or two things on the table at any one time. That's how I do it. Although when it comes to terrain and things, I need a couple more things on the go, because the thing with terrain is there's a lot of stuff you need to do and then leave to dry or set or whatever, and then come back to, so you need other stuff. That's just what I've found anyway. So Tattoo for You is next. Sorry, I was looking at the notification there that came through. He said, "So enjoy your videos, every one of them." Well, thank you. To the guy who was worried about his English, that was last week, yeah. "Don't be my friend. I speak English and I'm horrible at writing it. Thanks for the answers, Pete. I'll be waiting to tattoo the wolf on your back." Yeah, I get a lot of emails or questions and that from people sometimes that English isn't their first language anyway, so they struggle with getting their point across. And what's the point in just highlighting the errors? There is no point. I know what you mean, so I'll say what I think you mean. But then if I get it wrong, that's down to me. So anyway, question. Excuse me. Besides your videos and awesome smile, hey, what's one small thing you do or would like to do to spread smiles through the town you live in? Well, I have always given to the homeless. Whenever I see them, I always give them whatever I got. Just last week, I was on my way into town, and there was a homeless lady just sat outside the shop. So I just gave her what I had. It's only a few quid, but you get. And she said, "God bless you, sir," and I'm thinking, you don't need to bless me. I'm just, I'd like to think if it was me, someone would help me out if I was in that situation, and it's horrible. And I used to go around many years ago. I used to go around at Christmas time, specifically around the areas where the homeless gather, and give them stuff. But I don't do it specifically at Christmas time, because I think, well, they're homeless all year round, so just spread it around, basically. But yeah, I always try to help out wherever I can. Question 2. What game system would you be more into if they switched to plastic exclusively? Well, that is a good question. What would I be into if they switched to plastic exclusively? more into? I suppose I'd be more into hordes and the War Machine, because it's just, although they are coming over to plastics, there's just too much metal for me at the moment for me to be into that. But so I'd probably say hordes and War Machine. Yeah. Idic Beer says, nice vid as always, Pete. So as Fridays are your favourite day, what is your least favourite day and why? Making my questions last, haha. My least favourite day? I don't suppose I have a specific least favourite day, but it would be any day where there was more than, say, half a dozen things to do. I mean, I have busy days. Believe it or not. I know it seems, quiet and settled at the moment, but I have busy days. But when I have mega busy days, I don't like those. So that could be any day. Whether it's people coming around to do stuff on the house, appointments to keep, just days like that. And although I try not to let it interrupt my flow of video making for YouTube, there are the odd occasions where it does, and I don't like that. So any day that happens, basically. Right, so that's all the questions from last week's P&Q. Let's go into my emails and the note I made. Right, okay, so now I'm going to go to Spider666 asked me a question, or asked a question of people in his chat brewing a big black dog, I think it was. Anyway, he says, what do you do when the phone rings at the most annoying times? I say out loud usually, well, if it's important, they'll leave a message. For instance, the other day I was all set up in here and I was kind of hemmed in a bit. Couldn't get out. Phone started ringing. I thought, they'll leave a message, and because the answer phone will kick in, and if it's important, they'll leave a message. So I think answer phone will get it. That's my answer to that one. And last of all, email from Anonymous, who says, how many narrative battle reports are you planning for the incident at Lohan 4? I've done them. It was just a narrative battle report and a story time interlude, each one an experiment in itself, to see what I learn from doing it. Obviously the plan will be to do a proper campaign, narrative campaign, with battle reports interspersed with story times. That is the plan. And those two are just literally experimentations to see what I could do, really, and how it would turn out. And that's it, yeah. So, but there will be more of those. So, that's it. I've been interrupted so far. And thank you for joining me on this P&Q. Don't forget, leave your comments, questions below, or email me, or make a video and ask me a question. But I have to see it, so make sure I get the question. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.